aligning yourself properly. So you're going to have your knees as wide as your hips and your arms as wide as your shoulders. Your wrists and your shoulders are in line, and your knees and your hips are in line. So you're like a square box. Also, if you can, release your front of your foot down on your mat, and also your small toe is even active here. This point, your spine is neutral. Just take a few moments here to feel your spine. Supporting yourself onto your wrist, lift yourself up a tiny bit so you're not collapsing in your chest. Right. On your next inhalation, you're going to drop your lower spine down to the ground. Your sitting bones are reaching upwards, and your gaze is somewhere forward. Don't gaze up because you're going to jam your neck. So it's quite important to have soft gaze forward. Your heart is sinking down. As you exhale, you're going to round your spine so your head comes in between your upper arms and your tailbone is tucked under. So your sitting bones are kind of tucked under. And then on your next inhalation, reverse. Inhaling and exhaling. 3 more times like this. Inhaling. Sinking your heart down towards the ground, sitting bones up, and lift yourself from your wrists all the way up. As you exhale, round your spine, lifting your spine all the way up towards the sky. And exchange. Inhaling. And as you inhale, try to shift your body slightly bit forward. You'll feel there is more to stretch. You'll feel it in your upper spine. And when you exhale, shift your body slightly, just inch backwards. You feel it in your lower spine. And once more, inhaling and exhale. And then come to neutral and sit yourself all the way down to your heels. So placing your sitting bones onto your heels as far as you can, pushing yourself kind of backwards. So you have this motion going backwards, and at the same time you're going to elongate your spine over your thighs and then resting your forehead down onto the ground. If that's not comfortable, if you have tiny bit dodgy knees, you're very welcome to place a block onto your calves. Also, you can roll your mat, just nice. So you're creating a height for your ankles to ease the pressure, if that's not very comfortable. Once you're there, sit yourself onto your heels, and from your hips leading with your chest, elongate your spine all the way down onto the floor, resting your forehead onto your mat, and just stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling. I'm going to lift my head up so you can hear me. As you exhale, squeeze your tummy tight and relax your upper body. One more. Inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your tummy tight and relax your upper body. On your next inhalation, gaze towards your palms and lift yourself onto all fours, removing your props if you had them. Tuck your toes under and slowly, just slowly, your knees are close to your chest. You're coming into what's called down dog, so your inverted V. So your heels are down, reaching down towards the ground. Your sitting bones are reaching upwards. And your seat, you're trying to take your seat backwards. Also, your arms are as wide as your shoulders. And elbows are pointing towards each other. So you're stretching with your sitting bones all the way up towards the sky. And stay here, just adjusting yourself accordingly. Inhale and exhale. Don't forget your breath. We're going to move with the breath 3 times. So follow my instructions closely. I'm going to do it slowly with you. So inhale, lower your knees down on the floor, point your toes and sit yourself into child pose again. This is a short break here. And then inhaling, coming onto all fours again, tuck your toes under and lift yourself into down dog. That's a round 1. 2 more rounds like this. Inhale, exhale, lower your knees down, point your toes. And sit yourself all the way back onto your heels, resting your forehead on the ground. Inhale, lift your head up, gaze towards your palms, onto all fours again. Tuck your toes under and come slowly into down dog, into full stretch. One more time like this. Exhaling, lowering your knees, point your toes, and rest in child pose. Inhale, gaze towards your hands, onto all fours, and stretch yourself into inverted V, down dog in yoga. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And we're going to do a walking meditation, your hands walking meditation. So inch by inch, drag your hands towards your feet. Just see how far you can go, bending your knees, coming all the way into standing. So making sure that your feet are in the same place as your down dog was, and bending your knees, resting your tummy almost onto your knees, so you're protecting your lower back. Your knees are bearing some weight from your back. Right, and just rest your head, relax your neck all the way down, head is heavy. As you inhale, slowly roll your spine all the way up, vertebra by vertebra. Your arms are heavy, your shoulders are heavy, your head is heavy, and you come into standing, rolling your shoulders backwards.